They are going to earn another $1 billion in revenue if this passes. What's up, everybody? I'm Jericho. This is Zap, and we're the now 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop duo Bandit Future. We make clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that is uniquely Californian. And right now, you are tuned into the Lifestyle Circus podcast, where we talk about things that are funny, interesting, and just straight up ridiculous. So, before we get into it, I needed to do 4 things, this many. Like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with at least 2 people that don't like them toll roads, man. I'm talking about California. I'm talking about something that's going down that maybe not everybody's aware of. And I'm going to learn you something today. So make sure to stay tuned to the end, because I have a solution to this. Because basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to implement toll roads everywhere. And it's getting kind of out of hand. So the idea starts with this. The Metropolitan Transportation Commission, the MTC, wants to reduce carbon emissions by 19% by the year 2035. That seems like a noble goal. So what they thought is, all right, so let's get everyone off the road or driving less and taking more public transportation so that the carbon emissions can be reduced. And the way they decided to do that, because they don't think anybody cares about the environment for real, is they care about their pocketbooks more. So we'll just charge everybody more money, and then they're going to be forced to drive less. That's the idea. So just off of hearing that, well, now this is specifically in the Bay Area, so San Francisco, San Jose at the moment, but there have been talks in other places, New York, LA, Chicago, about implementing the same thing. So it's something that might catch on. But what do you think? What do you think about that?
Wow. I don't know why you told me about this the other day, but I don't know why it hits different today. I think you said I think the carbon emission part of it that I didn't hear from you. So
right, I didn't.
Now I have so many thoughts. So the toll roads, you were saying it's like freeways, right? Just freeways?
Well, you know how we have driving and there's like the fast track lane over the side.
Right.
And then in certain parts, specifically in San Francisco and San Diego, there'll be like a toll. Everyone have to go under it, right? But it's like very infrequent. And they're proposing to make every lane a toll road and to charge people, like they're throwing out some numbers, but 10 cents a mile.
Okay. Where do I start? Well, something I just heard recently is there's several things. First of all, I heard recently that carbon emissions, that us driving cars is like way down the list of like things that are like killing the environment.
No.
No. There's other things that
don't tell
emit
no, it's cars.
way more.
It's just cars.
My Honda Civic.
No, it's just your Civic.
So
it's just your Civic.
So just that alone is just a bunch of malarkey. Can I say that word this early in the day?
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Second thing, speaking of cars, here's a way to stop emissions: electric vehicles. Like, it's already happening. So, like, an excuse to charge people. You're going to charge people that's going to be the biggest fight. You start charging people who are driving electric vehicles on toll roads because you're trying to stop emissions. That whole circle is just broken.
The people that drive electric cars want a reduction, like a discount, basically.
So is that what they're proposing, a reduction, or the people who have heard about this who drive electric cars?
Just from talking to people, because all the news networks are just interviewing people in the street. And so the electric vehicle owners are saying, well, if this is what has to go down, then we will I guess, refuted or protest or something, unless we get a pass, because if this is the reason for why you're charging so much, we're clearly not the problem. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, this sounds all bad, and especially in a place like San Francisco, where it's like Armageddon up there, like making it worse. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. There's also the little argument, they say that it'll affect people of lower income more because they're charging everybody equally, which is like, it's kind of a shot in the dark, but they can always bring that low income thing into play. Now, this proposal should cause. Oh wait, I wanted to go back. So I don't know if you know the history of toll roads, but
we normally don't go back, but in this case, you can.
What?
I said we normally don't go back, but I'll allow it.
Oh, I see. No. I wanted to school the people on the history of toll roads. Okay, so what happened? I think it was like 1492. Columbus came over on the Titanic, right? And then he got here, and then he went up to Squanto, and he was like, all right, pay me 10 buffalo hides so you can get over here so I can teach you how to Dougie. That's what happened.
Wow.
That doesn't sound right, does it?
I'm just so glad that's recorded.
Well, that doesn't sound right. Continue. And neither does this, because this is ridiculous. They are going to earn another $1 billion in revenue if this passes. Easy, just another $1 billion. And that's, I think, the point of everything. At the end of the day, you can say, like I said, there actually was another study that said, the carbon emissions won't get reduced by the 19% by doing this. And they're like, no, the numbers don't, I think that's how politicians
numbers.
I think politicians say a lot. But they are already going to the tolls that do exist. So I mean, not adding any more, because this would put them not in more places. But and they're saying, but then we get to construct more things and then causes jobs, whatever. But they are in the new year 2024 going to make the tolls like go up $1.50, like every toll that people pass under over there. So that's also like starting the problems. And they're like, well, how else what more can we squeeze out of these people? So yeah. It is getting thing, but I do have a solution, and no one likes my idea, but I have the solution, I think. And this is just goes to, and they're saying, okay, it'll reduce traffic and congestion and all that kind of stuff. It's like, sure, maybe. I think the solution would be talking about going back. You have to make the driving test harder, and you have to make people renew their license more frequently. Because once you get your driver's license, you have it forever, unless, I don't know, you lose it DUI style or whatever. But this is my serious idea, that less people, because you see it every day. There are unqualified people on the roads, completely unqualified. And I think if you said, well, one, the driving test is harder, and two, they don't even parallel park now. If you have to pass this test, and if you have to do it regularly, like I'm talking about every 2 years or something like that, people either would fail it, or they wouldn't go through the trouble to do it, and they would just drive illegally or something to get around it. And I think that would drop it down too. So that's my idea. Just start with getting because the traffic part isn't going to go away. I think people will pay the money and complain about it, but what else can you do? You have to get to work. So that's not going to necessarily make the numbers of people using it go down. Maybe you can incentivize carpooling more. I don't know how to do that exactly. I'm just thinking start from the source. People can't drive because they're not allowed to because they suck at it. That's my idea.
That's interesting. I'm not 100% on board, but
that's fine.
Maybe you can pass it up to your local
senator.
Yeah.
Congressman. Janitor. Takes care of these things. I don't know. I should know more things. But that's the idea. That's what's going on in California to start. But we'll see how it goes in other states as time passes. And yeah, the electric car thing might be a caveat in there, but we'll have to see. So, let us know in the comments what you think. You have an idea about how to deal with this pending toll thing that's going to be affecting all of us, so they can get another $1 billion so they can buy, Cadillacs with jacuzzis. Is that still a cool thing? I don't know. You remember that one show from the 80s where they had that?
What one show? The Cadillacs with jacuzzis.
Yeah, it was actually a cartoon.
It was called Cadillacs with jacuzzis?
No, it was called Beverly Hills Teen. And they're these rich teenagers, and then they had these like stretched limo Cadillacs with jacuzzis, and they would go to school in the jacuzzi. And I was like, that's gonna be my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of that.
I don't think it lasted very long.
It sounds very Californian.
Definitely. So yeah, let us know in the comments. But this has been another episode of the Lifestyle Circus podcast. So make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment on this video. And, if the prices of the tolls keeps going up, it's going to get harder and harder to, you got to drive to get to work, but if it costs too much to get to work, then you might not go to work. And that means you might lose your work. And you
might lose your job. I know what you're getting at. I can already feel it. You might lose your job. Oh.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs. Took our deer. Took our deer.